I'm going to use the microphone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I go through this process, I've learned a few things. One, I can't stand in front of y'all without thanking a lot of people, because this is really a result of a lot of people's work put into me. So, without going too much further, I got to just start with the thank yous. I'm going to start by thanking the state of West Virginia, because this has been a fantastic opportunity. The Chancellor's Office and Dr. Hill, we appreciate the work you do, and as well as your predecessor, persons who were here before you. But thank you to the state of West Virginia. Thank you for the Office of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, Dr. Friesen, Jennifer McIntosh, that work that's been there, put out there, Sharon Mallow, Charlie Morris, just powerful, powerful people. Now, I got to start thanking also the people who recruited me. Fred King saw me out in Oak Ridge, and I know you may not be here tonight, but I just want to thank you. And then I want to definitely thank my advisor, Earl Singh. He is a powerful individual. The most important thing I think I learned, though, besides plasma physics, when working with him, is just he's an incredible leader, and I learned a lot more about leadership through working with him than I thought possible. And it comes from all sectors in life, too. It's not just science, it's also outreach, it's family, it's all kinds of things. So definitely got to thank that gentleman over there. And just keep it going. I mean, the communications department, or everything from, photographers to, Rebecca Rod to, and Devin Copeland. Powerful, powerful people, and got to bring it back to the graduate education, Office of Graduate Education and Life. Incredible work that's done there. Got to thank Jonathan Cummings, Jenny Douglas. I got to give a special shout out to Dr. Christina Charbonnet, because I'm telling you, I don't know, I looked through an old, it might have been an old job description. I think now I heard you have a new title. But all I know is I walked into her office several times and asked her questions that had absolutely nothing to do with what she did for a living. So I'm just grateful that she didn't turn me away. Instead, what she did was she empowered me, gave me incredible advice, and made sure that I was running on all cylinders. So I got to thank you for that. Got to keep it going, though. Faculty, friends, the faculty here that I've had to come in contact with, I'm just going to name a few. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Patricia Lee, Professor Patricia Lee, Daryl Lee, goodness, there's so many. But the bottom line is, I'm not faculty yet. I will be in August. But the bottom line is, these people make sure that I had they let me in. They let me see what it's like. They didn't say, oh, well, you can't do this because you're just a grad student. They wanted me to see what I was getting into. And so for that, I am very, very grateful. Also got to thank, a whole bunch of social organizations, but starting with my graduate school family, the grad students that there have helped me move 6 times since I've been in this town. Incredible people. Got to thank the Black Graduate Students Association. That's another group that I ran into. They're just beautiful. Amber and friends are over there at that table. I love them. There's a lot of work that went on there. And also, Members of Diversity is another group that's just outstanding in this town, Morgantown. It's one of the sad things, it's one of the things I'm sad about when it comes to leaving, because there's a lot more work to be done, and they're doing it. So it's going to be exciting. I'm going to be a part of it, but I'll be in Texas. So we'll figure this out. I promise. We'll work this out somehow, some way. All right. Went through all that. Got to say thanks to God, friends, family, specifically my family that's here. That would be my lovely wife, Nicole. I couldn't do this without her. It doesn't work. There's got to be a better way of expressing this. So I'm just going to say I love you. And now, last thing I'm going to say is this, just to kind of illustrate what's going on here. I started off at MIT as an undergrad, and as a poor boy from Detroit, we didn't have any resources or anything like that. So oftentimes while I was going to that school, I had to come out and go to work, work full time and then come back and try to finance the rest of that education. And I kept doing that for a number of years. And all I can say is that when you're in that kind of predicament, you're always wondering, you know, what could you do if you had resources? What could you possibly accomplish if you had everything that, you know, that other people had? I mean, most of the students there, they are coming from, you know, well-off backgrounds and things like that. So you just wonder, what if I could actually go to office hours? What if I did have those opportunities? My biggest thank you to the state of West Virginia comes from the fact that y'all actually answered that question for me by giving me that opportunity to put these resources in my hands. So, on that note, I want to leave that with y'all, and thank y'all so much.